This is sports talk and everything in between.
Chapter systems are offline.
Anonymous. I'm in the mood. We can get it poppin' to be
Yo, what's good, everybody? Episode 8, sports talk, everything in between. We back. You know how we been doing. Do what we do, like we do it, cause we doing it. Sounds weird. Let's get it poppin'. If it's your first time listening, I'm gonna introduce you to my co-host. Well, first and foremost, I am T, host of the sports talk and everything in between podcast. Got Double M here. Say hi to the
Hello?
Oh, that ain't that wasn't it.
What?
That's Double M. And then Joe.
Hey, what's up? It's Joe.
Gross. So we just finished up with week 12. It's weird because football games are on Wednesday now, and I don't understand what's going on. So week 12 is what we just finished up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I didn't get to prepare for the show. I'm all out of whack. What do I usually go through? Oh, yeah. So, this is the format of the show. We do the previous NFL week's recap from the predictions because we do predict the games and then keep a record of that. Then we go into some news, personal topics, and predict the next week. So, let's get into it without further ado. Okay, so me and Double M are Steelers fans. Joe is a Packers fan, so we always start with those first. First and foremost, the game from today, the game in which after it was over, we started trying to work on recording this. Pittsburgh, Baltimore should have been played last week. But apparently, you know, they make stipulations for those who don't follow the rules. You know, it's crazy how Denver had to play with no quarterback because of COVID, but the Ravens, yeah, we gonna push their game back and back and back. See if everything is okay. Yeah, all right, sure.
Well, they did say they was gonna do it for like important games, and seeing as how both of your teams are in such a competitive competitive division, like your game really matters. The Denver game was kind of just get it out the way.
That's so tough. That's so tough. But it doesn't matter because we won. Pittsburgh won 19-14. We all picked Pittsburgh to win. What did y'all think about that game?
I thought Joe picked the Ravens.
You did this last week. You know he didn't pick the Ravens. You know that he did not pick them.
You wanted me to, but I couldn't find a reason to do it. I really thought about it, but when I think y'all got it, I'll give it to y'all.
That's crazy because last time Pittsburgh played Baltimore, y'all both picked Baltimore. So, I mean, maybe I thought you picked Baltimore.
No, you didn't even think that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would ever pick them actually, but you did. You remember when you did that?
And I told you why.
And was you right?
You what?
Were you right when you picked them? Was you correct?
No, but you know I already said I had changed my mind anyway.
That's okay.
Pretty tough.
That's pretty tough. That's what that is. That is pretty.
I was a Steelers fan before you was born, so don't even go there.
You said that like I could control when I was born. Like that's so crazy. And what does that mean? What does that even mean? Because you know what?
Every now and then I need to stress it up when it comes to.
Why you a Colts fan way back when? Before you was a Steelers fan?
I'm sorry?
You were a Colts fan way back
when I was 10 years old.
Okay. And when I was 5, I was a Bengals fan, but you wanted to bring that up. I see a whole lot of stuff, Double M, that it don't sound right. It don't really sound right. And okay, so you was 10 years old. I'm thinking about
the only reason I was a Colts fan is because A, I didn't really watch football, and B, I was a Colts fan because I had the electric football set, and the only teams we had was the Colts and the Cowboys. That's all I knew about football back then. I say 10, it might have been younger than that.
Well, what's really crazy is when I was a Bengals fan, I didn't watch football, and the tiger is my favorite animal to this day.
Tiger.
But regardless of it all, no, we finna address this because you know what? I'm thinking about when you was born, and if you was around 10 before you started liking the Steelers, what could you be a bandwagon rider? When they went on that run in the 70s, were you a
over
band?
30 years? Really?
But what drove you to the team? Was it the Super Bowls? Because if it was the Super Bowls,
No, I just started watching football.
and then you saw a successful franchise, was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna roll with them. Sounds like a modern day New
Actually,
England.
I liked them because they were the color of my high school.
Wow, likely story.
Were you there?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay, then don't refute facts when you wasn't there.
Hey, look, listen. I'm just doing a
Moving
simple
on.
investigation. You
Moving
can't
on.
tell me to move it on because this is my show.
Moving up.
We can talk about this for an hour
Oh.
if I just.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
He trying to break the boy band up again.
That's what he do. He bring it
He
on,
trying to break the boy band up.
on his device.
Oh my goodness. I want all our listeners to know, if you don't hear Double M next week, you know he kicked me out of the band.
I nobody can. It's not a
He
fan.
kicked me out of the band.
Tiger.
I'm gonna have to start a sports talk too.
Copyright infringement. Tiger.
Hosted by DM
Oh my goodness.
with my co-host Mocha Joe.
So you think you gonna take Joe with you if you start your own thing? You think that's what he's gonna do?
No, he can jump between shows. He's known as Joe on this one, Mocha Joe on the other one.
You're so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. He is so ridiculous.
Hey, we'll have to let Joe decide. You keep breaking the band up. Keep trying to break the
I
band
didn't
up.
break no band up. You're the only one ever bringing it up like that's what it is. I'm not gonna let you do it. Nah, it's not happening. Tiger.
Joe,
Yes, sir.
what you think, Joe?
I don't know, man. Y'all going really hard about this when y'all fans
That's
of the
that.
same team. Y'all going pretty
That's
crazy.
not what we talk. That's not what we talking about, Joe. We talking about the boy band, the BB.
He was sounding like he was trying to break up the boy band.
Yeah, it's all cap. It's
You didn't
all
have to
cap.
go at him
Thank
like
you,
that. You
Mocha
could've just-
Joe.
I'm just going to him like hating winning me. I'm just giving him the same energy he presented.
Nah, when you pulled up with that, it's my show energy. Yeah, that was some boy band
You
fucking stuff right
That's a slight
He
flex.
don't.
But where's
He
the
don't
cap?
understand.
Where's
He
the
don't
cap?
understand, Joe. He don't understand.
I'm trying to preserve
That's
this
what
drink. Where's the
breaks the
cap?
bands up.
Where is the cap?
You keep going.
Yo.
Game.
We didn't even talk about this one. What y'all think of the game? Mike Tomlin
I
wasn't
was,
happy. Oh my goodness. What happened?
I was disappointed.
With the
I was
dub?
disappointed.
That's crazy.
No, not with the W. Well, I don't want to get too much into my personal topic, but I think that them 3 delays that showed on, especially on the offensive side. It even showed with the Ravens. Look at the injuries
Yeah.
that was happening, and I know it's attributed to them delays, not practicing, all of that.
No bye week, I understand, but I mean, both teams still playing under the same circumstances, and Mike Tomlin wasn't happy. He was like, the only thing positive about it was the dub. He saw a lot of issues, and I saw issues, but I feel like no matter what's going on so far this season, even this might sound kind of obvious, but I think Pittsburgh's biggest shaky factor about them that I was always nervous about over the past couple years was their ability to close. And they closing games now. I always felt like Pittsburgh, not always, but it seemed like recently, put that thing on silent. Put it on silent. Put it on silent.
Oh, dude, keep going. Goodness.
It's hard when I hear the buzzing. I'm trying to think, It's just TV static in my mind when I hear that buzz. But no, in actuality, I always feel like they couldn't close. They would have to play from behind to beat teams. But now it don't matter. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of their ability to close. It looked bad, but I mean, we still undefeated, and I don't know who finna beat us. Which, I mean, they could lose. Monday night might be a trap game. Who knows? But undefeated.
Tomlin said there are no trap games.
Tomlin say a lot of stuff. He do say a lot of stuff.
Hey, I ride with him, no trap game. All them are professionals.
I know you do. All them professionals, but some of them do suck.
Bad it was. Huh?
All them professionals, but some of them do suck.
True. But when was the last time you saw the Steelers receivers drop 6 or 7 passes? I mean, not. They hit them in their hands and they dropping them in critical moments.
Man, I'm okay. Maybe they did. I think preparation was a big thing. They wasn't able to, to practice. But I mean, we not finna front like they don't have one of the best receiving rooms in the league. Nah, we ain't doing that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said I was disappointed for that very reason that you said. The layoff had an effect on their preparation and performance. Not just with Pittsburgh, but with Baltimore too.
For sure. I understand. I want to know what your opinion was.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to the point that y'all just brought up. I saw a lot of little issues that just seemed like they were products of the lack of preparation. Because like Double M said, a lot of them passes, they were going to where they needed to be, and they were hitting the receivers in the face and by the hands. And it was kind of earlier in the game too. You could tell they were kind of trying to get their rhythm back. And it had to be a lot, not knowing when the game was going to start. It was like 1 o'clock before they were finally saying, okay, the game is on for real. They were constantly planning for it, but they kept pushing it back down to the wire. I'm sure they never really knew for sure when they were going to play until they were like, all right, put your clothes on, get on the field. Because it was just being pushed around like that. But despite everything, y'all did your thing. The Ravens defense definitely showed up even with their lack of players, and y'all overcame that. Y'all receivers they were getting busted up, but they pushed through it and they came through in the end. That's all that mattered.
Push.
It was. I think it fell back on what carried them to 8-8 last year, and that was that defense. Yeah. Offensively, when you throw quick passes like that, that's rhythm and timing, and it just wasn't there. Like I said, aside from the fact of I mean, you couldn't even single out one of those all them talented receivers. All of them was dropping them.
Yep, even Ebron dropped a couple. Tight end.
Man, you see that?
Ebron, huh?
You see that catch by Deontay Johnson though in clutch time? When it was 3 people on him, he being through it. He got
that was James Washington.
That was James Washington. Yeah, that was. Yeah. No,
boy.
Yo. Yeah, nah.
But Deontay did make a difficult catch in the second half.
I know the one you're talking about, where he turned around at the last second, threw them hands up. He barely brought that thing in.
Right. Yeah, he did make a catch, but that critical one for James Washington.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Juju is a beast.
Why don't you apologize?
Juju is a beast.
He giving us a warning before that Steeler bias come out. That's what
that was. Yeah. Gotcha.
Because what Juju got?
You know what I think?
Touchdown today?
What happened?
Touchdown?
He was tough already, but I think that fumble against the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
He played with a different attitude now.
You think so?
Yeah. He looking to run over people. He wasn't. I mean, he was good a couple of years ago, but I think when the fumble against the Saints that cost him that game, And then the fact that Antonio Brown, you know, made a mockery of him. Then, you know, he was hurt last year, so we didn't get to see that. This year,
That's cap. I don't think none of that had to do with that. I think Juju been a tough receiver. You remember when he laid Vontae Burfict out?
I didn't say he wasn't tough. I said that he wasn't blocking and stuff like that. Yeah, he was always that. But to see him make contact and running through 2 and 3 people, he wasn't doing that 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
That's what I mean.
I guess
he a young Hines Ward now.
Juju said don't compare him to Hines Ward. He was like, nah, I'm not there yet. That's what Juju said, man.
Yeah, that's being humble though. That dude is tough.
Sit down. Well, we one game closer to perfection, and how many games do it really take to clinch? I feel like 12-0 should clinch.
Y'all division though. Y'all division.
Okay, you talking about division or the number 1 seed?
Just playoff berth, period.
They probably win if they win Monday. They probably done that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the schedule, but you know what? I'm gonna spend forever on the Steelers game. We got 16 minutes in, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. Joe.
Yeah.
Gross. So tell us about the Chicago and.
No, it's just your classic, good old Packers versus Bears thumping. It was always great to see Aaron Rodgers take down the Bears, but he did it in spectacular fashion this week. 41-25. That man only had 8 incompletions on 29 passes. The defense even recovered a fumble, took it in for a touchdown. We got a couple picks too. Team looked great as a whole this Sunday. And it was against a Bears defense that really ain't nothing to sneeze at. We just made them look pretty bad.
Yeah. Man, it's like if he would have played like that in the third quarter last week, man, they probably would have won that one too, huh?
Well, we just gotta move on. We can't win that game. It's already lost. Just keep pushing forward. That's all we gonna do.
Oh, y'all already lost that one.
Already lost that one. Keep pushing forward.
We ain't lost nothing, so I don't really know what that means. But
yeah, season not over. Just wait on it, bud.
Look at here, Mocha Joe.
Hey, don't expose my other aliases.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy you happy, Joe. I really am. But you be confused about stats, dude.
What are you talking? What
with your team?
I've read those stats that I just said. What did I confuse?
No, last week when they won, you blamed Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers had a good game. Your running game sucked. You said it was for the running game. This week, your running game was actually on point.
Nah, so I think you getting me confused. I would never.
No,
right.
That was my point last week.
Yeah.
That was my point last week.
If you would have asked me that question straight up, I would have definitely told you, because I definitely, as much as I've seen him save the team, it's really hard for me to objectively look at Aaron Rodgers and be like, okay, this is your fault this week. But like, I see the stuff that he does, and I can't refute the mistakes that he makes. But as a whole, I usually can't just be like, it was Aaron Rodgers' fault. Because most of the time, there's so many other factors that affect it more than what Aaron Rodgers did. So I blame those instead of Rodgers.
Wouldn't that be every time?
Dude,
it's the ultimate team game. If somebody loses, it ain't.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying I don't ever blame one person completely for the loss, but I'm saying I don't always.
You did with Valdez-Scantling last week.
I did not completely blame it on Valdez-Scantling. I just said he had a big percentage of the loss. We split it up into percentages, and I gave him a big percentage.
You gave him the lion's share.
I only gave him
it was pretty much like he was the only reason,
because it was a catch in overtime that literally ended the game on a field goal kick.
Yeah, I feel you. Just don't say you don't never blame one person when you did. It's cap.
But Joe, it shouldn't have never got to overtime.
Right now.
I'm not capping, bro.
And Double M, I know that. I know it. I know it more than anybody. Double M. I hate it.
You know what?
Get there,
Joe.
Yes, sir.
You compared to that dismal rushing attack last week, Green Bay actually rushed for 163 yards.
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
Yeah.
Actually, 170 yards.
When you're blowing a team out, you can do whatever you want, apparently. So, we explored all the options.
But the running game was what kept Aaron Rodgers. They were balanced. Aaron Rodgers threw 29 times. You're right. He had a good game. Only missed 8 passes, 4 touchdowns, 211 yards. But they rushed the ball for, 34, 36, 37. They rushed the ball 39 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they beat the Bears.
I mean, that's cool and all, but
No.
what are you talking about? What are we talking about?
That's the reason they won. They ran the ball.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff great. I never said there was one reason why we won the game. He was talking about how I never blame Aaron Rodgers for losses. That's what he was talking about.
No, you blamed him last week.
No, Double M. No, get your phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't him. That was me, Double M.
Oh, okay, I apologize, Joe.
Yeah, that's how we ended up in that cyclone of conversation. You confused your boy. I blame Rodgers.
But even at that, Aaron Rodgers didn't have to do a whole lot. It was easier for him to only miss 8 passes and throw for 4 touchdowns because, one, if you rushing the ball that much, play action is working.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how they did it.
Well, I appreciate you officially pointing out the things that my team did very well this week, Double M. I always appreciate the compliments. We take those here. It was a great win all around. I love to see it. Absolutely love it.
I can't stand him. I can't stand him, man.
Made my week.
Your defense even played well against a subpar Bear offense.
You stop it, Double
They
M.
had
You ain't gotta
MVP
say
Mitch
that.
in and everything.
You ain't gotta say that, Double M.
Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh shucks.
You know what? I tell you what though. What I saw.
What did you see?
Is and do you think about this? Why would Trubisky throw 46 times and you had Montgomery rush for 103 yards?
Because
that makes absolutely no sense.
they were getting the brakes beat off of him, Double M. He got a lot of them yards in the end of the game. That's when they put their score.
No, he got those yards at the first of the game. You don't remember his first running play?
Yes, I remember.
He gassed them.
Yes, Double M. He did okay during the beginning, but a lot of the rushing yards they got kind of late in the game too because after throwing all them darn passes, it didn't do them no good. So then they just started to run the ball. It works.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you even go away from it?
I mean, when you see that score go up 2 times and then 3 times and then your your offense turns the ball over. I mean, you can't just sit there and run the ball and waste time. You gotta try to get something down the field.
Joe,
and if
it was 6-3 after the end of the first quarter.
And what was the score at the end of the second quarter? 27.
It was 21. They got scored 21-7.
What, you want them to run the ball when they come back from the half?
Dude,
let's go ahead and run this ball. let's go ahead and run this ball to catch up to Aaron Rodgers. He's going crazy right now.
First of all,
let's run the ball.
First of all, if they're running the ball, you keeping Rodgers off the field. Is that not true?
It's cool and all, but are they getting in the end zone?
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, you keeping Rodgers off the field.
You keeping him off the field.
Yeah.
Sometimes if your defense is suffering because the Bears defense quit. They quit. And if your defense is suffering, you can protect your defense by running the ball. And evidently the Bears could do it because they had 122 yards rushing.
Double M, stop the cap. Being down 3 possessions, you're not finna run the ball unless you're Tennessee. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. No.
It is possible.
Especially when it happened. So much of it happened in the second quarter. It was
they didn't really have time to apply that strategy you thinking of, Double M. I get what you're saying and all, but like it don't matter when it's 27-10. You need points, and running the ball and getting your defense rested up ain't gonna help.
Okay.
If 27 points come off the board and put more scores on yours.
Who is Chicago's running back?
Montgomery.
What is it? Is this what his name? Ty Montgomery? What is this?
All right. Double M, I want to ask you a question.
Okay. No,
David.
not Ty Montgomery. It started with a David Montgomery.
So if we playing Madden, because you a coach, so if we playing Madden and I go up 27-10 at halftime, you coming out the third quarter running David Montgomery, unless you got Derrick Henry, you not finna run that ball. You finna air it out.
No, this is the point that you all are missing, because I watched it.
You think I didn't watch it?
It's 6-3 after the first quarter. Okay, they still in it. Green Bay scored. So even if it's 13-3, you can still run the ball. Once they got those other touchdowns, no, you got to abandon it. But at that point, they abandoned it too soon. Is what I'm saying.
MVP Mitch was a QB. And
dude, you could have ran zone reads and all of that with Trubisky.
Do you think that this the Bears we talking about? We're talking about the Bears.
The Bears have a solid defense.
The Bears,
even though they didn't show it,
it can't be too solid. Because
no, they have a top 7 or 8 defense in the league.
But I know. I'm just saying.
Lick them boys up.
Just
all that.
What?
We lit them boys up.
Oh, I thought you licked them up. I'm like, that don't sound fine at all. That ain't fine. That ain't what. That's not what you do. That ain't what you do.
Is that what you thought?
Hey, we might need to move on from this game. He getting excited. Let's get on.
Oof, Tennessee. Tennessee beat the brakes off of them boys 45-26, and we all picked Indy. Indy won last matchup, so I don't know. Derrick Henry was real mean. He's a real mean person. He was going nuts.
It's crazy how the Colts forgot who Derrick Henry was. I mean, they definitely slowed him down the first time, and he got out on the field this time, and they were just like, where did this star running back come from? How do we guard him? Running?
No, I
running the ball.
I found out what the difference was.
What was the difference?
Their run stopper was out hurt.
What's his name? 99?
Yeah. That's the difference.
He was out the whole game?
No, he didn't play.
Huh.
Yeah. Nope. He was out hurt.
DeForest Buckner.
Yeah, that's him.
Gotcha.
That's him.
That is a pretty big piece to be missing. So, I mean,
yeah, he's the one that clogged up all that running in the middle. He was out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the Colts didn't put up the points that they was putting up.
Yeah, but they don't have to if Henry's not running wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not to mention Henry's keeping him off the field because he's running wild.
Okay, so let's move on because we getting on up in time. Do y'all see Tennessee taking the AFC South?
They could if they play right.
They 8-3 and 3-1 in the division. Indianapolis is 7-4 and 1-2 in the division, and the other two teams are irrelevant. It's Houston and Jackson. Well, Houston is 2-1 in the division, so realistically they could take it, but I doubt it. But got nothing
I'll give
for
it
you.
to Tennessee if I gotta.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at their record. Let me see who they. You know what? They could take the division.
Houston.
Yeah.
They night.
They got Indy twice.
Will Fuller on Peds.
They got the Bears.
Will Fuller is on Peds.
And Kenny Steele is gone.
Huh?
Will Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he suspended for the season. Performance enhancing drugs.
Are you talking about Will Fuller? Or are you talking about Kenny Stills?
Will Fuller.
Yeah.
After he put up 35 in fantasy, yeah, sorry, but got nothing for you for the rest of the season.
They said, "Wait,
I don't know.
that's not normal. Test him."
That's exactly what happened.
If they beat the Titans, the Titans will have to lose.
They played the Titans last game of the season. If they beat Indianapolis twice, then they could win it. But
they could win it.
They won't, though. They won't.
Let me see who the Titans got. Let's see. The Titans got the Bears. They could realistically lose. They'll beat Jacksonville.
Well, it's not a matter of record. It's really only a matter of.
I'm looking at.
Well, you brought up the Bears. The Bears not in the Bears not even in their conference. That's what I'm saying.
I said the Bears. No, if the Texans win out and win the division, they could win out and win the division.
Yeah.
So their record looks. The Titans got a roll. They playing the Browns, they could lose. They playing the Packers, they could lose.
Yeah.
And the Texans can beat them. I don't see Jacksonville beating them, but who knows?
So
Detroit, huh?
Detroit. Wait, bring it up, Detroit.
Well, I'm looking at it, and then three of their last 5 games are on the road.
Well,
so it's possible.
The Texans and the Titans are in the best position to get it. I think Indianapolis is on a pretty comfortable course to go ahead and slip into wild card. I'm just wondering who's gonna win that division because Indianapolis has already lost 2 games. Tennessee and Houston has only lost 1, so it's only but 3 games that really matter on Houston's schedule, and that's the 2 games at Indy and the last game at Tennessee because they already beat the Jags twice. They lost to Tennessee once. So if they split games with Tennessee, then that would mean that Tennessee would have lost 2, where Houston will only had lost 1, and that division's theirs. But I don't care too much about this. I just thought that was something we could talk about.
If they tie, Tennessee would get it because of the tiebreaker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't tie because they both only lost 1. But if they still have 2 games with Indy, Houston does. If they beat Indy twice, and then they beat the Houston Tex, not Houston. If they beat Tennessee, then they'll end the division 5-1, and Tennessee will be 4-2. So it don't matter if they split game. It ain't no tiebreaker because Tennessee split games with Indianapolis.
It'd be interesting to see.
For sure.
I'll pick Houston
to win the division.
Odds-on favorite. Yeah.
Oh boy,
there's our double M.
That's a take right there.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
No,
do your thing.
I'm looking at the schedules.
Yeah.
It's only 3 games that matter.
No, if the key to their doing that is the Indianapolis game.
That's what I said. They got 2 Indianapolis games and 1.
I know that. That's why I'm picking them. If they beat Indy the first time and they beat Tennessee, all they need to do is beat Tennessee. And if they beat Indy once, they just need to beat Indy once.
Nah, they need to beat Indy twice. They definitely have to beat Indy twice.
Yeah, they have to beat them twice.
And so it's those 3 games that matter. It's only those 3. The 2 games in Indy, if they beat them twice, if they win out on a division, they win a division. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I think they can do that.
Well, we'll see. New York Giants, Cincinnati. The Giants won 19-17. We all picked the Giants. I don't have nothing to
Danny Dimes.
Oh, gross. 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 I can't stand him. Dude, y'all got anything to say about this game?
Not really.
Nah.
Cleveland, Jacksonville. Cleveland, 27-25. They won. Double M pick Jacksonville. Why?
I told you it depends on the cycle.
You know what? That cycle is probably capped because like Cleveland is literally 8-3 and nobody cares. But they are 8-3.
Dark horses.
Yeah.
Like they try.
And Jacksonville was a 2-point conversion away. So it wasn't like Cleveland went in there and just walked over them.
What you fail to realize is that Cleveland has the same record as the Green Bay Packers.
Why does that matter?
Because we talk about them like they're not a contender, but they definitely are.
No, I didn't say they wasn't no contender. You've never heard me say that.
I think it's hilarious. You said, all right.
No, you've never heard me say that they wouldn't make the playoff. You hadn't heard me call them a non-contender.
It was just the way in which you spoke about them. The tone and pitch indicated that you clearly felt like that they was irrelevant, and you picked Jacksonville to beat them. So, like, what?
And they missed it by a 2-point conversion.
Hey, but check this out. All those actions tell me it felt like you was feeling like they wasn't a contender. That's all I'm saying.
No. I have my reasons for picking Cleveland to lose.
Oh boy. Gotcha. Well, they 8-3 and they won. So Las Vegas, Atlanta. Who is Atlanta? I don't know who Atlanta is. I don't know what they are. I don't know who. They won 43-6 against the Vegas Raiders.
I should have followed my mind. That's what I should have done.
It's disgusting. It's atrocious. Why are they fooling us so? What do they gain from this? Why are they winning like this sometimes and being complete garbage other times? What do they
Because it just depends on which team gonna show up. They've been like that the past few years.
I got a friend. I said it's an Atlanta Falcons fan, and I was like, I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, what is this? And he was like, I don't know why everybody talk about Atlanta like they trash. They just inconsistent, but they got pieces. And I was like, I guess. But
they have.
When I was going over the predictions, I was real mad because I was like, how did? I didn't think they was capable of putting up 40 points. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing for me is like, it was only so surprising because the Raiders just went head up with the Chiefs.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, that part.
I hate it here. All right. LA Chargers, Buffalo won 27-17. We all picked Buffalo. Cool. Carolina, Minnesota. Minnesota won 28-27. Double M and Joe picked Minnesota. I picked Carolina, and it was 28-27. So I don't really want to hear too much. It's 1 point. Arizona, New England. Me and Joe picked Arizona. Double M picked New England. New England won 20-17. Interesting.
Really? Wow. Belichick and coach.
Wow. Okay.
Every once in a while, apparently.
I guess so. Sometimes.
Cam.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Miami, New York Jets. Miami won 20-3. No surprise there. New Orleans, Denver. New Orleans won 31-3. Denver didn't have a quarterback. Apparently, the dude that was at quarterback he was working in sales a month prior. He won state championship as a high school quarterback. Haven't played quarterback in like 5 years. I just wonder why they chose him. Like,
because they had to just go out and get somebody.
Why? You mean to tell me like your punter or your like wide receiver, none of your wide receivers like have arm talent? Period. He only threw 11 balls. Like,
man, look, Denver was just trying to survive. I'm gonna give
it to that. Owned by John Elway. He couldn't have suited up for like.
No, he couldn't.
John could have suited up. I run a business, and I know for a fact that sometimes when nobody else can show up as an owner, you're supposed to. So
that does not translate to football.
so John could have suited up. I know he could.
Get that old man killed jumping in the game.
He could.
Let me take over.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna pick the Jets 1 week. I'm trying to see what week to do it.
I can't stand. Where that come from? Where did that come from?
Because I'm rooting for the Jets. I don't want them going 0-16.
I feel you, Double M. I feel you.
Why both of y'all like this?
So they gonna either beat the Raiders which is next, they're gonna either be the Browns or they're gonna beat the Patriots the last game of the year.
It's gonna be the Patriots. It's gonna have to be.
It's
the
not gonna be the
On
Patriots.
a bad day, it's gonna have to be the
It's
Patriots.
gonna be one.
Adam Gase would never outcoach Bill Belichick ever in your life.
Well, you know what? I say the Raiders because that's gonna be at home. The Browns is gonna be at home. They ain't gonna beat Seattle in Seattle, and they not gonna beat the Rams in LA.
Boy, they got an ugly.
They playing the Patriots. They gonna be on the road with the Patriots, but that's a division game. So I'm one of them weeks I'm pitching them. I'm picking them. I'm gonna just take that L.
I'm picking them on the Patriots.
Go Jets. Go Jets.
Y'all disgust me.
Come on, Joe. Let's pick the Jets, baby.
Jets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jets.
I'm gonna go ahead and just build up my prediction record. Y'all go ahead and do that.
I'm taking them. One of them weeks.
I got nothing for you, but anyway, San Fran, Los Angeles Rams, 23-20. San Fran won somehow.
That's another game I could have followed my mind.
The defense was going crazy. I did want to pick San Fran.
I did too.
The Rams, they just whooped the Seahawks. I didn't think that they could beat them.
That's San Fran. They got no quarterback. Nah, bro.
It's a division game, man.
Division game.
And that defense is what
You
got us
have
there
to look
last
at
season.
division games differently.
I hate it here. I understand that about division games. I've been saying that too, man. I've been saying that, but they still garbage. Like, man, look, whatever, man.
Yeah, but they got their players back.
Man, okay, man. I guess not. Kansas City, Tampa Bay. Kansas City won 27-24. No surprise there. Me and Joe picked Kansas City. You picked Tampa Bay. Why?
They're at home.
Oh, okay.
Didn't matter, bud.
Sorry, bud. Got nothing for you. And last game, Seattle, Philly. Seattle won 23-17. No surprises there. Boom. Let's move on to the news. Double M. What NFL?
Yo. Well, the biggest news is the fact that the Steelers maybe done lost Bud Dupree for the year.
That's not the biggest news.
Is the biggest news to me.
I knew I should have did the news.
Hey, man.
Hey, you remember what you said was great about the Steelers last week? Do you remember?
Did I say what?
You remember what you said about the Steelers last week?
What did I say?
When you said nobody is greater than a team?
They're not.
Okay.
But I also
same
know
thing with this.
he is intricate to their pass rush.
Yeah, but that's not the biggest news. You said it was the biggest news to you, but we need the biggest news.
Bud Dupree's lost for the year. That's the biggest news. He's lost for the year. It's not much news other than that. Daniel Jones, he possibly out because of a hamstring. And then the NFL might go to a bubble. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. That's the biggest news. Expound.
Yeah. He said it's probably not likely, but they may in the playoffs.
Who said that?
Goodell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, yeah, quote your quotes.
As a whole, he sounded like he was kind of downplaying the whole thing. He was like, "Yeah, I know the cases are rising and everything around the United States, but we're pretty confident that we're going to be able to extend the season, play the season out."
No, they're considering alternatives because of the rise. He said all the options are on the table without specifically mentioning the possibility of a postseason bubble. But that's in play. And when they asked him about it, his response suggested it would be similar to the style the NBA employed earlier in the year in Orlando. But he said it's not likely in the sense that a lot of in the media focuses on it. So that possibility is there. Them cases keep going up.
That'd be kind of weird. Like, we become.
Well, if they sequester the teams to a hotel and they playing all in one location, that's a possibility. They will have to find a neutral place, I think. I don't think that, it should be no team's home field. But if they want that, just imagine the ramifications if that happened during the playoffs. So it's either going to be that or pushing the week to 18 weeks.
They should just go ahead and do that now.
They could have done it with the Steelers game.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to be having to do.
Well, if they go to 18 weeks, then they're going to have a 16-team playoff.
Yeah, I remember that. But there's so many.
Yes.
There's so many competitive divisions right now. It wouldn't be ugly if they extended it like that.
Yeah. Again.
Nah, the other news is that the Broncos is irate because they kept postponing that Steelers game.
That's crazy.
You know what? And I don't blame them. You don't have a QB, and you made them play.
He ain't played QB in years. They said he was working sales last, but they got him from Sleep Number.
Well, okay, but I can understand it because when Kurt Warner went to the Cardinals, he wasn't in the league either.
Kurt Warner like an established quarterback.
No, Kurt Warner was bagging groceries, whatever, working in some kind of store.
Dang.
And he came in and took them to a Super Bowl.
Man, I hope you fact check that. That's a tough thing to just put on somebody's name. Like, oh yeah, he was bagging groceries. ESPN.
No, I said it was. It may not have been bagging groceries, but he was not in the league.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
No, he was working in some kind of store. I remember the story.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I have some news. I went and found something because I'm like, man, you tripping. You have to do a good job, Double M, for getting us the news. It was some interesting topics.
Hey, it's your show. You should be on your JOB.
Don't do that, Double M. You starting to step into breaking up the point. Don't say that. We can't say that, Double M.
That's so crazy because, like, I was trying to have some faith and trust in the boy band. I'm not calling it the boy band. I was trying to have some faith and trust in y'all. I'm not doing it. I'm not finna call it a boy band. It's not a boy band. It's not bye. It's nothing like that. We not singing. Ain't no choreographed. Ooh, that word really slapped me in the mouth. Choreographed dancing, ain't none of that.
Oh man.
Check this out. So Tyrod Taylor declined to file a grievance against the Chargers for how that went down this season. If y'all don't know, I think we talked about it on here. He was going through a simple procedure to get an injection in his ribs to numb pain, and the doctor punctured his lungs, and apparently it's a routine thing, so it's like a 0.2% chance that you puncture the lungs, but they did that to him, and now Justin Herbert is killing it, and he'll probably never start in the NFL again.
That's a little harsh. There's a lot of bad teams out there that need quarterbacks.
Yeah, but a lot of times them bad teams be having bad quarterbacks at their quarterback position because they don't know how to pick good quarterbacks. So
you float enough of them out there, they'll snag one eventually.
He will fall into mediocrity just like RG3.
That boy played on Wednesday prime time at 3:20 in the afternoon.
40.
That boy showed up.
It was 3:40.
He pulled that hamstring too.
Yeah,
He said, I ain't ran a year.
He said, man,
Yeah,
y'all think I'm Lamar Jackson out here.
That's how the plays they was calling.
Oh man, when he broke off that one run, I got a little excited for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
They said it's been like since his rookie season he made a run that long.
Yeah, he ain't ready for that.
They should have gave that man an ovation for that little run right there. He came back from injury and finally got into the starting spot.
The Broncos, now they didn't have a QB. All in was fine. because they didn't wear masks. What is the deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they taking chances like that?
It be hard to breathe.
In some aspects, I get it because they're in their facilities for the most part, and I think they believe they so safe in the facility that nothing can go wrong after how many times they're being tested a day and everything being sanitized. And I want to say they trying to focus on the game, but I don't know what the Broncos are trying to focus on in the facility. But they get caught up in whatever they're doing, and they think they get that false sense of security, think they all right. I think that might be.
No, I think they just careless. I mean, and just don't care. You can't have that "it won't happen to me" attitude.
Thanks to all of us.
No, it's not me.
No, he said it takes all of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Takes all of us
to stop the spread of the virus. Social distancing. We support.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
That's crazy.
I just need to know how many of y'all wasn't washing y'all hands before this. Took a pandemic killing 3 million people.
Man, I don't want to know.
Y'all start washing y'all hands. Y'all disgust me.
I don't want to know.
Wash them hands.
No. This is crazy.
Yeah. It is. So, moving on. Joe, what NBA news you got for us, bud?
As always, we got a bunch of moving parts because the season is coming up and it's going to start again. And
it started in 21 days, huh?
Yeah, starting in some days. I'm not going.
I saw a meme today.
Oh, okay.
It was 21 Savage on the picture. It said the NBA starts in this many days. So I'm like, okay, so it must be starting on the 23rd.
Well, as always, before the NBA season kicks off, we got some free agency moves.
All right.
One that's real confusing. They don't really make a whole lot of sense, but they did it anyway. The Washington Wizards have traded John Wall
They traded him?
They traded John Wall in a first-round pick to the Houston Rockets for Russell Westbrook. They're the same person. I don't know why they're trading those two players.
Hold on.
They are essentially the same.
Yeah, you say you ain't care about basketball.
Time out.
You finna start hating. I hear it in your voice.
Why would they do that?
Oh, okay.
Him and Harden is not gonna coexist.
Yeah. It's like they keep trying to do the same thing. They brought in they brought in Chris Paul. Didn't work. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but Chris Paul is a different player.
Nah, they brought in Chris Paul and then they made him play totally different too to try to be a second scorer with James Harden. Doesn't work. Then you try to an aggressive playmaker in Russell Westbrook who could take over the team.
Who had rapport with James Harden.
Right.
So if that didn't work, then
no. Yeah, I wouldn't put Chris Paul in that because the difference between Paul and the other ones is Chris Paul defends.
Russell defends.
Russell definitely defends.
Man, not like Chris Paul. He does not defend like Chris Paul. Come on, dude. You supposed to be a basketball guy.
Chris Paul is getting older. Chris Paul is still trying to defend like Chris Paul. Russell is playing. I'm not looking at the stats, so I'm not gonna go out on a limb, but I'm like, Russell was trying to lead the league or in the running to lead the league in steals just this past season or two. Russell is a consistent defender.
Russell is not an on-ball defender. That's not how he gets his steals.
How's he get his steals?
Russell jumps the lane. He plays in a system. He jumps passing lanes and things like that. Chris Paul is an on-ball defender. That's a different type of defender.
But that doesn't make you less of a defender because you get your steals.
I didn't say it was. He does not. I didn't say it made him less. I said he does not defend like Chris Paul.
So
you said he doesn't defend as well as Chris Paul. You said Chris Paul defends better. That's what you said.
He does defend better.
He doesn't defend better.
So you said Westbrook is less.
So let me ask you something.
You're saying he's less, Skip Bayless?
He is less, and don't ever call me that.
It's a saying. But you just said you wasn't saying he was less. Which is it?
Look, if he's leading the league in steals, that's not saying he does not defend. He does not defend like Chris Paul. He is not an on-ball defender. Chris Paul can get steals both ways. Russ is not an on-ball defender.
So you telling me that Russ can't get steals on ball? You telling me if I type that into YouTube right now, I won't see Russ getting the on ball steals?
When have you seen him lock down somebody else's point guard?
You said name a time where I've seen.
Come on, OKC.
Name a time where I've
when
seen
have you
that?
seen him lock down somebody's point guard?
If I say a sorry point guard, you gonna clown me. Like the only point guard I think about Russell defending is like Damian Lillard and Steph Curry. He don't have great matchups a lot of times when it comes to point guards, but when he's guarding other weaker point guards,
dude, that is not the question I asked you. When have you seen him lock down somebody else's point guard?
I can give you one off.
Thank you, sir. That's all I wanted to know.
Man, you done made my fingers start searching. Double M, you didn't win and said something like that. Now I gotta find it. Cause
look,
my boy defend.
y'all take any criticism of Russ as an indictment that he can't play. That's not what I said.
Why you say y'all? I'm the OKC fan.
Don't say y'all.
I'm the one popping.
You the one, Papa. You the one.
The whole difference between Chris Paul, that's all I said. The difference between, you can't compare Chris Paul to John Wall and Russell Westbrook. The difference is Chris Paul is a true point guard. He defends, he can score. He can run a team. He's a coach on the floor.
He didn't
That's
run a
not
team in
Russell
Houston.
Westbrook. Do what?
He didn't run a team in Houston.
That's James Harden's team, but yes, Chris Paul did do that.
Hey, listen, guess what? Let me redirect, because this is my job on the podcast. I'm gonna redirect it back to the focal point. They traded for John Wall. Chris Paul didn't work in Houston. Russell Westbrook didn't work in Houston. We arguing how those two are two different players, but neither one of them worked in Houston. And this will continue to not work in Houston.
I agree.
What's the next trade?
The next trade.
Oh no.
Go on. Because Chris Paul did work in Houston. The only reason they didn't go past Golden State was because Chris Paul got hurt.
So you saying if he never got hurt, it would have worked?
How many games were they up, Joe?
That's cap.
They were up. It was looking like they might do it. It was looking like they might do it.
Thank you, Joe.
You think they would have took on it? Was that year before last? That was year before last, wasn't it? You think they would? You think they would have beat that Toronto team? Tell me. Tell me. You think they would have beat that Toronto team? I want to hear it.
Okay, define not working.
Did they get a chip?
Because that's a broad statement.
Did they get a chip?
Houston's goal was to get past the first or second round.
I thought everybody's goal was to get a chip.
Realistically would have done if Chris Paul would not have been hurt.
I think everybody want their chips with the dip.
You guys, I have another trade.
That doesn't measure a successful season for some team.
I think that all of them, and especially Houston, was trying to get to the chip. I think that's all that they want now. I think they've been making modifications because they kill it in the regular season. I don't think they was aiming, we get to pass the second round. No, they wanted a championship. And if if Chris Paul was there, even if he didn't get hurt, they wasn't finna beat that Toronto team. No. Cap. It's all cap. What's the next trade?
The next trade is
No, hold on. Double M. Wait. Double M.
What?
Would they beat that Toronto team?
They possibly could have beat the Toronto team.
Do you think they would have beat that Toronto team?
Yes, because for one, at the time, Houston had some length. They weren't playing small ball. So Houston would have been better defensively.
Nobody.
And it's a question mark as far as even Toronto beating Golden State. You have to remember, Klay Thompson was hurt and KD was hurt.
Nobody was beating that Toronto team.
Who were their best defenders?
Nobody was beating that Toronto team.
That matters.
Nobody was beating that Toronto team.
Dude,
nobody
matters.
but Golden State with KD.
Anybody can tell you. Anybody can do woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Not
The
in no
fact of the
series.
matter is,
Not in no series.
the reality is Golden State had two of their defenders and scorers.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
KD got
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
KD got hurt too.
I said nobody but Golden State with KD would have beat that Toronto team. Other than that, Houston wasn't finna do that. They were not finna beat that Toronto team. And if you try to fool yourself into thinking that they would, but they wouldn't.
No, I'm not trying to fool myself into thinking that they would have beat them. Your statement was a successful season. Houston has not been past the second round in the NBA playoffs. If they had made it even to the conference finals, that would have been a successful season for them because they got past where they haven't been.
What's the point of getting to the third round if you're not finna go ahead and win it? So we gonna lose in a better way, but we still gonna
Do
lose.
you know anybody that ever jumps in and wins right off the bat?
LA, when LeBron got back.
Nah, but that one right off the bat.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to talk to somebody who knows basketball.
No, he was hurt the first year he got there.
Right, that's why it's
It don't matter. Isn't that what we just said about Chris Paul?
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
trying the same argument because Chris Paul was hurt, thus they didn't go any further, and LeBron James was hurt, which is why they didn't go any further. That's why.
How many changes happened between? Because you're talking about pieces being there and then they getting there off the jump. Okay, so if between that first year where he got hurt and then they traded half the team, that was their first time being together. All them different pieces. You brought in. First off, you got a healthy LeBron. That was his first year with LA, playing all the way through. You got Rajon Rondo, KCP, Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins, even though he didn't play. JaVale, they had all of them new pieces,
but
and then they went and won it the first time. So no, that's what we
say.
say.
The difference between them that you just named and Houston?
Cap.
Do you know the difference that what you just named?
What is the difference?
Rondo has playoff and championship experience. LeBron has
that matters in what you're arguing with me.
Yes, it does matter.
No, it doesn't. You said nobody does
yes,
it the
it
first.
does matter.
All right, cool.
Yes, it does matter.
We're able to do it.
Experience matters.
Yeah, the experience. That's what he's saying.
Cool.
Thank you, Joe. As much as it pains me to be agreeing this much with Mocha Joe, I have to.
You said, and I quote, nobody goes and does it the first time when you in the context of having new pieces fit together.
Okay, but the first year LeBron got hurt,
just got
and he did not have all that playoff experience that he had this year. Them dudes joined this year. Experience matters.
Okay, whatever.
Hey guys, we mentioned Boogie Cousins earlier. Guess where he is now?
What about when KD went to Golden State?
Oh man!
Oh my goodness!
That team hadn't been to the finals.
They added one piece.
That team had.
That was it. You had a whole team of experience.
Warriors had already been to the finals just because they added KD.
Thank you. That matters.
When we was talking about Chris Paul, nobody said nothing about experience. That's all I'm saying.
He was just saying,
y'all just bringing it up.
He was just saying that experience helps you get there to be able to accomplish.
Why did he say nobody does it the first time? When Chris Paul had been in the league for I don't know how many years and had been in the playoffs.
And how many times he been to the finals?
But you said experience. Okay,
how many
none of them had experience going to the finals because none of them been.
How many times has he been to the finals?
You're changing the argument like you do every week.
No, I'm not.
All right, what's the next piece of news?
Hey, Boogie Cousins. We was talking about him earlier. He's with y'all made me lost my thought. Boogie Cousins.
Where's Boogie, Joe?
Nah, Boogie is with the Rockets. Yeah, the Houston Rockets. We were just talking about it. Boogie is with the Rockets now. And Hassan Whiteside from the Miami Heat, he is on the Kings now for some reason. They're moving a bunch of pieces around. There wasn't a lot of crazy big blockbuster trades besides the Russell Westbrook trade and the John Wall one that kind of shook the world, but there was a couple other little contract extensions and otherwise news that kind of had the NBA talking.
So who else is usually gonna move?
I'm really confused on it. I'm actually not sure. When they making a move to bring in somebody like John Wall, they're almost saying like, we gonna try this one more time to build around Harden. But I just don't think Harden want to stay there no more. I don't know why they brought in John Wall.
I mean, because John Wall he gonna have the same complaint that Bradley Beal had.
What was that?
John Wall is ball dominant.
Yeah.
And he does not defend.
I'm telling you, it didn't make no sense at all. I mean,
so I think they gonna move Harden, and they just trying to get a replacement.
Yeah, because they did get a pick out of giving up Russell to Washington. They got a first round pick for that too, so they might be trying to move players around and get some picks.
I mean, they could be doing something with Brooklyn if that's where he's trying to go.
Maybe that could be a little piece because they do want a superstar in return. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they could work John Wall around that in their favor to be able to trade Harden directly. But in other news, LeBron James, he signed his extension deal with the Lakers. And the only reason why this was so significant is because his extension, it leads into the year that his son could potentially enter the NBA. And that's one of the things he's always talked about, is playing with his son, Bronny. And so that would be really weird to see. Would y'all watch those games with Bronny playing against his dad?
I don't watch NBA unless it's the playoffs.
Dude, I don't watch LeBron like that.
Okay, it doesn't happen though. Father playing son in the NBA? It's a lot of time to breach in between there.
He ain't compelling enough.
I got you.
Did AD sign his?
No, double M. AD is still not coming.
Okay, that's the only news I'm waiting for. AD to the Clippers.
I got one more about one of the Ball brothers. You know how about a couple years back we had the big mouth LeVar Ball talking about how his sons are going to be so successful in the NBA. Well, he finally got all them boys in the NBA. LiAngelo Ball is now a Detroit Piston on a limited contract, and so now he's got a son on the Hornets, he got a son on the Pelicans, and he has a son that plays for the Detroit Pistons. He was spitting a lot of crazy stuff, but all in all, hey, his sons are there. Can't argue with the results.
It's impressive.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't, and then two of them win in the first round. Nah, it's hard.
You can't deny that
at all.
Can they play?
Yeah. I mean,
how many people make it to the NBA?
I understand.
Do you?
I mean, I'm not gonna make an argument for the last son being a superstar one day, but his other two sons, they definitely have potential to be all-star worthy. Lonzo's already an elite defender, and
it just seems like usually whenever a parent get a kid that goes into the NBA, like the parent was somewhat notable and good in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Like Doc Rivers, Dale Curry, but like LeVar. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, he coached them to actually make it.
Yeah. Not to mention he got them all that attention to be able to. I think it fueled a lot of their opportunities. I mean, he definitely gets some kind of Father of the Year award. He was doing his thing. That's pretty much all we have in the NBA besides little injuries. But
gotcha.
The beginning of this season probably isn't going to be too competitive anyway, since it was such a sharp turnaround.
So what did the Spurs do?
Once again, Double M, we have heard no news from the Spurs thus far. I will keep you updated because you were very interested.
Only thing I want to know about is the Spurs and when Anthony Davis signed.
That's all he want to know. But as a show, we got to cover everything. So I appreciate you covering everything, Joe.
There's that boy band stuff again.
It's funny because you the one that's being selfish. He don't care. He don't look into the analytics. He don't look into like how to keep an audience engaged. He don't care about none of that. All he care about, like he said, is the Spurs and when Anthony Davis gonna sign his deal with the Lakers because he's not going to the Clippers. I don't understand.
Don't worry, Double M. I'll make sure.
No, he gave his news. He gave his news for everybody else. I didn't say a word.
I'll make sure.
I just asked him a question.
Disgusting. You don't see me asking for no Bulls news. Ask me for no Celtics news. if I want Steelers news, I want Bulls news, I go look it up myself. So how about next week you come in with some Spurs news and you tell us what's going on with them?
I'm not gonna do it because that's not.
Because he don't care about the quality of the show. He don't care about the quality of the show, and he trying to break up the pod, not the boy band. It's not pumping. It's the pod.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Next week, I'm gonna listen to you and Joe. You and Mocha Joe.
Stop calling him Mocha Joe. That's not his name.
Oh man,
that's his name to me, Mocha Joe.
And he don't care about nothing but himself. He's toxic to the locker room. That's crazy. Moving on to personal topics. All right. So, looking into personal topics for this week, mine is real different from everybody else's, so I'll just get mine out the way. I wanted to talk about best wide receivers in the game active playing right now, because Keenan Allen was on Terrell Owens' podcast, and he was like, what?
Number 17.
Can I get through the intro first?
I didn't say it out loud.
Like you had,
ain't nobody hear that.
They might have heard it.
You brought it up.
I might turn the volume up extra loud so they can hear you go, number 17. Number 17.
Number 17.
I don't want to say who's the best receiver because that's just going to be an argument the last 15 to 20 minutes. I just want to point out some good receivers. Keenan Allen said he top 5. He don't care with nobody. And that's usually how, like, you know, you got to have that mentality. I can't say Keenan Allen, you know, is just up there on my list. I don't know too much about him. That's probably why. Who knows? But
who you got top 5?
See, I didn't want to make a list because it's something to argue about.
You don't have to put it in order though. You can just throw it out there.
But still, it's like you ain't got so you top 5. Because when I list my top 5 and you see that I don't have
the same as yours,
man. When I list my top 5 and you see Devontae Adams not in there, then you gonna feel away. So,
because I know how y'all are. I allow acceptances.
You allow acceptances.
Whoa, wait a minute, dude. What is that? How y'all are?
Man,
racist.
Let's not act like y'all.
He's
not
racist.
Hard-nosed, stone cold Steeler fans.
Like, I don't know Steeler receiver in top 5.
What does that have to do with a top 5 receiver?
No, I wasn't saying that, but you have a Green Bay bias yourself against Green Bay receivers, and so
who has one?
T. He kind of got a bias against my team in general, but it's okay.
Where's your proof?
You said it to me.
When
we talked.
When did we talk? Because this sounds like a bunch of hoopla.
The way he's refuted it is definitely him admitting.
I'm just asking what the proof is. Okay. What episode was it?
No, this was a personal conversation between you.
Yeah, if he ain't got no proof.
Yeah, that is something he says, which is fine. It's fine. Go ahead about your top receiver.
Man, look. I think it's kind of hard not to have D-Hop in there.
Mm-hmm.
As of this season, I'm talking about literally just playing right now. Off this season too. It's hard not to have Stephon Diggs in there. And you know what sparked this personal topic was I was listening to Undisputed and they said that Tyreek Hill is the best wide receiver in the game, and I can't rock with that. Tyreek Hill is definitely fantastic, true cheetah. You know what I'm saying? He real fast, but I don't think about Tyreek Hill when I'm thinking about route running or catching the ball. I think he's just faster than everybody, and he got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, so I'm pretty sure Pat can make you look good. Like, and I'm not taking nothing away from him because he's definitely on fantasy, and I traded him away in one league, and top 5, one of the worst decisions of my life actually. But like, nah, man, I don't think I have Tyreek up there. So D-Hop, Stephon Diggs, everybody, it runs straight to Julio, but I don't know. I ain't never really just been no big Julio fan. I don't know. And you know what's here's the thing that's tough about it is like cornerbacks, wide receivers, everybody still run. People who play the game, people who don't play the game, they run to Julio Jones. And I guess, man, I guess. I don't want to say Michael Thomas, because I think that's the system. I don't
You can definitely guard Mike.
You definitely can guard Slant Boy. You know what I'm saying? So D-Hop, Stephon Diggs. This gonna sound kind of crazy, but I think I want to put DK Metcalf up there just because of his build. And he didn't definitely drop some that it's like hit you in the face, bro. What happened? But I don't know. He to be that big and that strong and his route running ability, man, dude, somebody to watch out for. Just because the crazy clown is back in the NFL, I think he's not in a situation where this could be displayed, but I would put AB up there. I still do. Sorry. I don't think he done lost anything. So that's D-Hop, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, AB, and shoot,
Tyler Lockett.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh.
Now comes to a situation where it's like, well, man, do you put Tyreek there? I don't know.
If
I want to make sure
I ain't in there for his build, you might as well put Tyreek in there for his speed.
I want to make sure I ain't missing nobody because sometimes it'd be a crazy receiver on a booty team like Keenan Allen, a crazy receiver on a booty team that you just overlook. Man, I put Tyreek. Come on, forget it. I put him up there. I put him in the top 5, but I don't think I'm not no way in the world I'm saying he number 1.
Top 5, not 5.
Top 5, not 5. No, top 5. 5. You
gonna submit him in 5?
Yeah, he had 5. So
tough.
What about who wanna go next?
Double M.
You sure I have permission to speak?
That's okay. Oh my goodness.
Don't do that, Double M. That's divisive now.
Oh my goodness. It's hurt. Well, yeah, man. Go crazy.
Probably I will put Amari Cooper. Man, Amari Cooper is
it's
tough.
your list though.
Yeah.
That dude is tough. He just on a garbage team.
He been acting real
Imagine
soft.
him. Do what?
He been acting real soft.
Nah, I think it's just where he is. Imagine him with the Chiefs or Drew Brees or somebody like that, where you have a good quarterback.
Whoa! Hold on. 1 second. Can I just thump DK?
Thump DK.
Thump DK.
We going off this season. Thump DK. He been going crazy, but there's other people that been going crazy.
I'm gonna put Odell. I'm put Odell in for
this season.
When I'm saying not okay. I mean like playing right now. No, it don't have to be based off of this season alone. But I'm just saying whoever is playing right now. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm putting Odell.
Right now.
I'm putting Odell. He's on an active 53-man roster, Joseph.
Mans don't get on no field.
I can't stand him.
I got you, though. I got you.
Yeah, man.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Dang it.
Said all employed receivers. That's what he meant.
Yes, all employed receivers, if that helps you. I'm sorry, Double M. So sorry for cutting you off. I was looking at the teams. I saw the Browns. Was like, ooh, how did I forget Odell? So go ahead.
I would say Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, DeAndre, and I ain't seen enough from Antonio Brown yet. And a year off hurts. Probably the other.
Come on.
Let's see.
You want it bad.
I want it so bad.
You're not gonna get it, man. Stop it.
I'm trying to look and see who else.
It's a particular.
Yeah, he done fell off.
Shut up.
That wears green.
Just stop. Well, he play for the Jags. Or...
No, I was looking at dang. Forgot who it was. I don't know.
Last name start with an A, maybe. You know.
No, I was looking at AJ Green, but he's not the same player he used to be.
It's so tough.
I probably would do Stephon Diggs or Alan Thielen. One of them.
How dare you go to the NFC North and pick Adam Thielen?
Man, Thielen,
guy.
You know what? Because when you talk about top receiver, I need the dude that's gonna move the chains for me, not just big play.
That is funny right there, boy.
Cool.
That is.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Devontae Adams.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Double M.
Devontae Adams, he good, but I'm just basing it off of this year. And he done been hurt most of the year.
What? He was worth what? 2 weeks?
Do you know where we would be if he was hurt most of the year? He was definitely on
He wasn't doing nothing.
maybe 1 week. He wasn't doing.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, man.
Hey, you know what? I just said everybody have their own opinion.
Yes, sir. You right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, those opinions till you start spitting stuff that sounded like facts but were untrue.
So Aaron Rodgers just throwing.
Well, you know, like I said, either if he was only hurt 1 or 2 weeks, I ain't heard his name but the last 2.
Well, that's the thing. I think if you looked up the stats, he probably statistically.
I am looking at the stats.
Statistically. Devontae Adams.
He has 74 receptions, 108 yards, 12.3 average. He got 11 touchdowns.
You say 108? I don't think that's accurate.
I said 908.
It sounded like 100.
Yeah, sorry.
908. I'm looking at it.
Got you, dude.
Got you, bro.
It sounded like 100, but you said 9.
Our bad. Definitely our error.
Nah, blame it on Discord for not transmitting your voice correctly. It ain't nothing my fault.
I mean, his stats ain't jumping out no better than anybody else.
How does it rank against other people though? Because if he almost at 1,000 yards and we only in week 13.
Put some respect.
Well, I mean, if you looking at yards like that,
Like what?
then DK Metcalf is gonna be higher than him.
Okay, that's one dude. Who else?
Yeah, and that's a great name for somebody who's playing this season. Like these are good.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Double M. It wasn't supposed to be divisive like this. I know. I'm sorry.
Where do you think Devontae Adams rank right now?
At least inside the top 5 right now.
No, sir.
You asked me where I think he ranks. You're telling me that I told you
Okay,
that
so
I don't believe that?
I'm sorry. Do what?
You just asked me where do I think he ranks in the top 5, and you told me no, sir, that I don't think that. I absolutely believe he ranks in my top 5 right now.
No, I'm asking you. You said what is the stats compared to the rest of the league? That's what I just looked up.
Yeah. And where is
so? Where does he rank with the rest of the league?
I don't know.
He's 10th.
He's 10th right now?
He's 10th right now.
Who's ahead of him?
He a top 10 receiver.
I better hear some names. Who's ahead? Who's ahead?
I bet one of them key to that.
DK Metcalf leads the league. Tyreek Hill is second. Travis Kelce, he's a tight end. DeAndre Hopkins, Terry McLaurin, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, Justin Jefferson, Robbie Anderson.
Slow down. Who is Terry?
He's from a Washington football team.
He's from Washington.
Gotcha.
So, as I said, if he's played all that, I haven't heard his name for the last two weeks.
That's cool.
He's with everybody else.
Okay. Everybody else ain't in the top 10, but I hear you.
Again, everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah. I said I hear you. I got you, man. I definitely got you.
And he ain't in my top 5 right now.
It was just my opinion that was very disrespectful. That's all it was.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry if I disrespect you by not putting a Green Bay Packer in my top 5.
I mean, the only reason why it got to me is because you put Adam Thielen in there. Where's Adam Thielen in your list of numbers? And you just threw him out. And you went to the NFC North and got Adam Thielen.
Why did I tell you?
When was the last
time
you heard
Alan Thielen or Stephon Diggs? Why did I tell you Alan Thielen?
What?
Why did I say Alan Thielen? I gave a reason why I gave him. Why I named him.
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
See, okay, then again, y'all need to start listening. I said I would put him there for his ability to move the chains and keep possession.
You didn't say that about him. You said that about all of them. And yeah,
I said that about him.
Yeah,
he's the only one I specifically made that reference to.
And how did that not apply to Devontae Adams?
You said at the beginning that.
Oh my God! Please go, Joe, because I'm sick of this already.
My top 5.
I know what I said.
NFL receivers.
We got it on record.
Then you need to play it and listen.
All right.
He's the only one I gave a specific reason why I put there. Why I put him there. The rest of them I just named.
Opening it up, you said I need a receiver that's go. I need a receiver that's go. I'm just saying what you said.
The first person I named was Amari Cooper, and you cut me off. I named Amari Cooper again. I named Julio Jones. I named D-Hop. I just named them. And I said the 5th would either be because Joe mumbling Green Bay Packers, somebody in Greenwood, and all this and that. And I named Stephon Diggs or Alan Thielen and then gave a reason. That's what I said.
All right, man.
I'm sorry, Double M. I completely understand why you said that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. My top 5.
Oh, so you frustrated?
My top 5.
You frustrated with us now.
My top 5.
He want to break up the bloodband as he put it.
My top 5. I'm just gonna get it right off the bat. We know who I am. I'm putting Devontae Adams in there.
Garbage.
Because he is that type of receiver that I feel like you go to even when everybody knows that you're going to him, and he go get you that first down anyway. So Devontae Adams is the first one off my list. I gotta go to DeAndre Hopkins because right now he's definitely, I feel like he's one of the best receivers that's showcasing himself really well right now. He's playing really good, especially despite having a really accurate quarterback. Kyler Murray is good, but he's not. I don't think he's doing the best he can do with DeAndre Hopkins at the moment. I gotta. If we're going off of this year and off of play style alone, I gotta throw Tyreek Hill in there just because
because of his production. Even if he does have the ideal circumstances, got to give it to Tyreek Hill because he's still dominating with those circumstances. Let me see. Stephon Diggs for sure. He always goes crazy. And my fifth one would probably be
Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool. He played for he wear yellow.
Keenan Allen is a little underrated. I'll give it to Keenan Allen. It's kind of one of them instances though where he's so much of a focal point because he's one of like the main targets on the team, and so he has to work, because if he ain't working, ain't nobody else gonna do it. So Keenan Allen's been really consistent and solid over the years. That's my 5.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh man, cool. This is just the first personal topic.
Yeah, people know how to catch the ball. Double M, what was your personal topic?
I don't remember.
It was something related to COVID and the Steelers game, I think, because you didn't want to get into it earlier on accident.
Well, you just do yours then.
I got you. I can do mine. My personal topic is kind of a continuation of a personal topic I had a couple weeks ago, and that was about how the NBA, how COVID was bringing out the real competitors and the best players in the NBA, and it was exposing the worst players. And I feel like we're kind of going through the same process now through the NFL, because of how these circumstances keep changing, where teams keep getting these lack of players and they're dropping out randomly. And so one week you're planning with the whole team, and then all of a sudden it's Thursday night and you're down star players, but some teams have still been making it work. And one team that's really stood out to me, that's not just getting hit super hard by COVID, but in addition to being hit hard by COVID, they're getting hit hard by real injuries too, and that's the 49ers. Because I feel like they always have a plan that can win, even with whoever is out there. And so this whole situation with COVID, it really makes them look good, because they know how to. The job isn't revolved around just, players going out and just showing out and making their team look really great. It's more revolved around the game plan that the coaches have for the team and playing the way that they know will beat that other team.
I think this is the biggest impact. This is the biggest showcase of how much coaches impact a team's success, period. Look at a team like Tampa Bay, who ain't had really too much any COVID issues, but probably could be better. Might could even be undefeated with the weapons that they have if they utilize all their weapons correctly. But no, Bruce Arians just want to bomb it down the field. Then you got,
hey, we was listening to a show earlier today where it was saying, we was talking about coaching, the difference in coaching. They said, do you really think that if Bill Belichick had all that talent, that we'd be talking about him going 16-0 right now?
Man, who you telling? With that defense and the weapons, Billy Belichick be going nuts. And, he know how to cheat, too. So,
that's crucial. That part is crucial.
That part right there, real important. That's crazy.
Double M, what you think about the impact of COVID on these teams and making them look really bad or really good?
I don't have no opinion about it.
Man, you better, listen,
Even
man.
the Ravens today, they showed a lot of that too, because they were missing a lot of pieces on defense, including because of the COVID and because of the injuries that they were sustaining during the game, but they were still somehow playing good enough defense to kind of stay in the game. That's kind of what really triggered the personal topic in my head.
Bro, shut up.
Real visual joke y'all just missed. I was pointing at my head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I ordered a webcam this morning. I don't know if we gonna use it, but I don't know. I got it. Double M, what is your opinions? You ain't finna do that. We live.
Dude, I'm ready to go. We can get the prediction.
You gotta do your personal topic.
We gotta have you do your personal topic. You have a commitment to the show.
Just a prediction, bro.
I need his personal topic. And then you also gotta understand, Double M. We talking on Discord, so
I understand that.
there is a delay. So people don't cut each other off on purpose, because you cut us off all the time, and sometimes we let it rock. Other times we say something about it, but it's a show. Come on, man, we gotta break up.
Man, you know what? I'm not gonna be no running no joke on no show. So we gonna move to the predictions so we can go.
That's so tough. He was ready to do it to me.
Oh,
Let's go, or I'm gone. That's your choice.
136, no, 135, 30. Predictions. Sports talk predictions. NFL week 13. Washington, Pittsburgh starting off Monday Night Football. Who y'all got?
Pittsburgh.
Double M.
I'm going with the Steelers.
All right. Philadelphia, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm taking Green Bay. Double M, who you got?
Green Bay.
Alright. New Orleans, Atlanta. Which Atlanta shows up?
I think the Atlanta that beats them shows up.
You think so?
I think they might, because you know it's a rivalry game too.
Yeah, it is. You got Atlanta.
I'll take Atlanta.
I'm taking New Orleans. Nah, I ain't finna do
because
this
Taysom Hill is not gonna keep winning these. He can't keep winning these games,
bro. He definitely can. Double M, who you got? New Orleans, Atlanta.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Alright. Cleveland, Tennessee. Ugh.
Cleveland is really 8-3, but
that man, that man do run hard.
I'm gonna give it to King Henry. They got some momentum.
I'm definitely taking Tennessee. Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee. Double M, what about you?
Tennessee.
All right.
Oh man, now I feel like I should switch it up.
We ride together. Jacksonville, Minnesota. Taking Minnesota. Double M, who you got?
Minnesota.
Alright. Las Vegas, Raiders, New York Jets. Is this the week that you do it, Double M?
No, I'm going to Raiders.
Raiders.
I was gonna say, if it is, I can't do it with you.
You going to Jets?
I said I can't do it with you. I'm going Raiders. If it was, couldn't do it with him. Sorry, bud.
Got nothing for you. Indy, Houston. Now we talked about this at the top of the show. Indy, Houston. If Houston want to get in the playoffs, they're gonna have to win.
I think DeForest Buckner will be back.
I'm taking Indy regardless. I don't care what they got. Nah, folk.
Yeah, I'm taking Indy.
What's your Double M?
Texans.
Oh, Houston. Atlanta. No, that's Atlanta. I'm tripping.
Oh, man.
Cincinnati, Miami. Double M, who you got?
They said they're trying to work Tua back for some reason too.
I don't care. It's Cincinnati.
It's still Cincinnati.
What you got, Double M?
I said Miami.
Oh no, I didn't hear it. Detroit, Chicago. Oh, this dumpster fire. I'll take Chicago. Gonna pick your rival. Which one of your rivals you gonna pick? You got, bud.
Gotta give it to Da Bears. Hate to.
Da Bear.
Hate to.
Da Bears.
Da Bears. That's what they say.
All right, Double M.
Detroit.
Yeah, they definitely could. But last time, Matt Stafford got rocked by that defense in Carolina.
Rams, Arizona. NFC West Division game. Big implications. I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah, I think last time I picked the Rams because we were like, oh yeah, Kyler Murray gonna get rocked by Aaron Donald. Didn't happen.
Little joker ran right around that big man. Double M, who you got?
Rams.
Definitely could go that way.
All right, New York Giants, Seattle. Taking Seattle. Who y'all got?
Danny Dimes.
Taking Danny Dimes.
See, I had to try to muffle that. You know,
Disgusting.
I definitely wanted to say it.
You're gross. Double M, who you got?
Seahawks.
All right, Philly, Green. Wait, we already did that. All right, New England and the Chargers. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
I got LA too. Double M, who you got?
Patriots.
That worked out for him last week. I guess so. Denver, Kansas City, who y'all got?
Denver go summon Colin Kaepernick to beat the Brexit.
Disgusting.
Dog, give me Kansas City and my homeboy.
My homeboy. What about you, Double M?
Chiefs.
All right. Buffalo and San Fran.
Oh, Buffalo. You got to, right? Got to.
Yeah, Buffalo. What you, Double M?
49ers.
Why you say that?
Can't say I don't see why. I definitely get it.
I don't get it. Why San Fran?
Because that's my pick.
Really, dude?
Really, dude.
All right, Dallas, Baltimore. Who you got?
Baltimore.
I guess.
I mean, they gonna have their players back, right?
But it's Dallas. That's why I'm picking Baltimore. I don't know. Double M, who you got?
Ravens.
All right, that's all for predictions. You see us same time next week. You know what it is. We record on Wednesdays. Be sure to share this with at least one person only. You can find this on all different podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, all of them. You know, follow TJMIC Entertainment on Instagram. Double M, you got any closing statements?
No.
But you, Joe?
Hey, 9-3 would sound real nice next week. I need that. Go Green Bay.
You disgust me. All right. Not incredible, not terrible, just relatable. Y'all have a good one. Peace.